Hello my fellow Retromaniacs and welcome back to Let's Read Electronic Gaming Monthly issue number 54 from January 1994. Psygnosis. CDs. You don't have to say it, just play it. Okay. Microcosm. Shadow of the Beast. Bugsy. Microcosm. Never heard of this game. What is this? Take a journey to the center of the mind. Is this Twilight Zone? What happened? Over 500 megabytes of graphic and sound data. Is this for Sega CD or PC? Sega CD, yeah. Yeah, I really should check out Sega CD library more extensively, because it seems that there are many games, more games than, you know, for PC Engine CD or CDI or 3DO. Sega ports or virtual racing. New DSP chip technology. You can secure quarters and play things you can write in the living room. Yeah, but then what was the year when like a 32X came out? Because that allowed, I think, virtual racing as well. But I think there was two virtual racings, one for Sega CD and one for 32X. But yeah, 32X was like total failure. I think there was only maybe 10 games for the system. So but then there was Jaguar CD that I think only had like a couple of games. So yeah, the mid-90s was not kind to these CD-based systems. So it was only that PlayStation really took off, and then every game company started making games for PlayStation. And yeah, Saturn was kinda left in the shadow. Although I like Saturn, but most of the games, majority of the games were for Japanese region only. So yeah, I would actually at some point I would like to try some like Japanese games. But the trouble is that if there's like lots of text, you can't even get past the menu. But maybe some like simple games like racing games or fighting games you could play even if they are Japanese. So there are some games obviously that have a like fan translation ROM patch, but not all games. So if you wanna like explore the complete game library, you are forced to play some of Japanese only games. Yeah, but that's why I think if you're a gamer or anime fan or anything that is related to Japan, it's knowing the language is gonna open so much content for you to explore. You know, if I could speak Japanese or read Japanese, I could play so many games now for whatever PC 98 or like many Wonders 1 games that do not have ROM patches. Yes, and many PlayStation games and Saturn games and PC Engine games and Super NES games. There are so many like RPGs that have never been translated in English, so just to be able to read Japanese would allow you want to play so many games. But yeah, I'm hoping that in the future, probably with the help of AI, there's gonna be some like tools that allow you to overlay and translate everything on screen in real time. Or maybe you can just upload the ROM file and it automatically translates all the text on the graphics in English. But I don't know. I'm saying that, you know, maybe 10, maybe 20 years, everyone can play Japanese games that do not have fan translations with the help of AI translation. It won't be perfect, but just to be like able to navigate through menus will help a lot. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the future. You can play all kinds of untranslated games. What do we have here? Pebble Beach Golf Links. I think I played when I did my golf game marathon, I played quite a lot golf games. I think this was one of those. Is this Sega CD as well? World Series Baseball. Okay, basketball. Don't care. NFL. Don't care. Heavy fights. Don't care. GP Rider looks boring. Don't care. Prince of Persia for Sega Genesis. Okay. Well, I have played Prince of Persia. I don't know if there's any like differences between the ports. You know, is it worth playing any of them? If there was like ports that adds like new dungeons or have completely like mixed the layout, then I would probably want to play it. Obviously there's Prince of Persia 2, which I have not played, so yeah, but I enjoyed Prince of Persia, even though it's the controls are very like, you have to be perfect with all your jumps and movements. It's like trial and error game as well, because there's many like leaps of faith and you have to like drop from above without knowing what's under you, so beneath you, so you just, but it's better game obviously with the emulator, because you can always rewind it when you die, so you don't have to do the same sections over and over again. So with save states it's not too long a game to beat. Obviously with save states there's no challenge, but like I've said, I don't, when I play these old retro games, I'm just playing them to see what they are. I'm not seeking out challenge. I don't want to stress myself. Life is stressful enough, so I just want to relax and enjoy, you know, enjoy the graphics, enjoy the music, enjoy the gameplay. If I can just remove all the challenge, it's fine by me. I don't need to die. I don't need to sweat over an enemy or boss fight. I just wanna see what the game is about, and you know, enjoy its features. So yeah, I can use rewind, I can use guard mode, invincibility, whatever. I don't care about the challenge. I just wanna experience the game. It would be the same if you are like watching let's play videos. You're not playing yourself. You don't have any stress over the game. You're not getting the challenge. You're just enjoying watching the game, and that's what I'm doing when I use save states and rewind. I'm just enjoying the game. I enjoy watching and playing the game, but I don't need to be punished by mistakes or punished by my lack of competence. I don't need punish. I don't deserve to be punished. Obviously, I understand. It's very gratifying when you finally beat some level or some boss or beat the game after months of struggle. You know, those are one of the best feelings you get from video games when you finally beat a difficult game. But I've had them, you know, in my youth. I played NES, Super NES. Those games were hard. So I've beaten very hard games. Well, not all games I owned. I beat. But you know, I don't long for that challenge anymore. I can just enjoy the game without being forced to play the same levels again and again and learn the game, learn all the what do you have like you know, physical dexterity, and you know what happens when you play the same thing over and over again. You get better at your reflexes and motor input. So, but I don't need. I can enjoy the game just by cheating. Battle Corps for Sega CD, Soul Star. Yeah, so many Sega CD games. I'm really like, I've overlooked the Sega CD library. I should really play it. Paladin's Quest by Enix. I don't think I've played this one at all. Paladin's Quest. Let me check. Some of these games, you know, had a different name in European release, so this might be called something else as well. No, it's Paladin's Quest, alright. Never released in Europe, of course, but let me see what the Moby rating review. 6.8, so it's not the best, or even a mediocre level. RPG on Super NES. Yeah, the graphics look very like MS Paint style. It's very like lacklusting graphics. It's like 8-bit era. Yeah. Yes, you can take it everywhere. It's like just scuba diving, handy gear. Ascent program bad. Look at that device. It looks so silly. You can do Dragon Punch, Spinning Paltra, Sonic Boom, Hurricane Undercut. And more by hitting one button. Okay, so you can just cheat. Okay, I wonder if this is actually possible with RetroArch, that you can like program one button combos. I'm gonna check it if that's possible. RetroArch. Combos. Button combos. Mapping a button combos. RetroArch doesn't support macros, one-to-many or many-one buttons, unfortunately. It's a long time request. Okay. Difficult to implement. Yeah, but maybe there's like some dedicated emulators can have a combos. Yeah. Thank you, STD. Ubisoft of France. Who are they? Yeah, Ubisoft was just like small company back then. Nowadays it's one of the remaining big companies until I guess someday EA will be bought by EA in the future. Unless it already has. I haven't really been up to the news lately, so if Ubisoft already is part of Electronic Arts, just correct me. But yeah, this was before Rayman, so it was, I think Rayman was like the biggest hit for Ubisoft. And obviously they got like Assassin's Creed and other things, but yeah, I guess back in the early 90s they were doing like all kinds of miscellaneous stuff. John Madden, Game Boy. Oh wow, Secrets of Mana. That's great. But that doesn't really tell anything about the game. Oh, it was already out on May 1993, so it's already like already been out half a year. But I think this is like this is a January magazine, so this is probably released in December, so it is almost like Christmas magazine. So obviously they're gonna have so many adverts of games that are gonna be bought by the parents for their children. Although I'm not seeing like any references to Christmas, like Happy Holidays and this is the best for the Christmas package. Santa approves. Secrets of Mana. So I don't know if this was actually like the Christmas magazine or was this actually released in January. Because some magazines are like 1 month off. So it says May, but it's published in April, 1 month earlier. So this could have come out in December 1993 already, or not. But since there's no like there are no like references to Christmas, I think this was actually a January release. So Christmas was already out. But maybe it's still like a good market for video games, you know. Christmas, January sale, and you know, people maybe changing some gifts, you know. Kid is one. I don't want this game. I want Secret of Mana, and then they return the game and gets another game instead. Sonic Chaos for Game Gear. I don't think I played this. I played a couple of like that was like GameCube Sonic the Hedgehog collection, but I haven't really played any of them properly. Also, I should continue that. What is that? Tails Adventure on Game Gear. That was a very nice Metroidvania type of game. Quite difficult actually, because got stuck there quite completely, and I think I don't know if I have to like check some game guide in order to progress, because remember that I couldn't get past to any level. 3D rendering. Matrix Prime looks quite different. What the hell is this? Silicon graphics. Ground Zero. Interesting. Yeah, it seems that Silicon graphics was used by other companies as well, besides Rare. I'm gonna search that Matrix Prime game. There's no such game as Matrix. Unreleased cancelled game for Sega. Okay. Well, I guess they got bankrupt because of all that Silicon graphics. So yeah, not too much is known about the game. So I guess it didn't even get back in like into like alpha state. Just yeah, it's not known if the game ever made it past the initial design stage, so there's no even like beta or alpha versions or ROM versions available. It's very cool. See this back like making of screenshots here. It's always nice to see like behind the scenes stuff in video game development. It's kind of unfortunate that like so many game companies, especially Nintendo, were so secretive, so they didn't really document their game making process. So I would really like to see like a making of Super Mario Bros 3, or making of Mario 64, or making of Ocarina of Time, but it seems that there was no like official or unofficial documentary going on, or filming crew, or anyone taking pictures or documenting the process. And I don't know even probably the assets file and all the development kits are all have been destroyed. So yeah, we will probably never get to see like making of those old video games because there were no one filming what was happening or preserving the process, which is unfortunate, you know. I understand that there was no like need for like making of documents, but it would still be like a so interesting to see like what was going on, to see how those games were designed, programmed, and developed. Nowadays, obviously, there's quite a lot of info how games are done, and especially some indie developers, they might document every bit of detail and publish the source code as well, and all the assets freely, so we know what happens, and we know how they are made. But still, it seems that the like big game companies don't want to reveal too much about how the games are made. Like there's some like Fallout 3 had a making of documentary, but that was only like 30 minutes, so we don't see too much about the actual process, like designing CGI or composing or anything. I understand that, you know, they want to give a like work piece for the crew, but you know, it would be so wonderful if there was like Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings level of behind the scenes material for the games we love. Like, imagine if there was like 10-hour worth of documentary about making of Super Mario 64 or Ocarina of Time. You know, I love those like making of documentaries for DVDs and for like Studio Ghibli. I think Princess Mononoke had like 8-hour documentary about making of the movie. So it would have been so wonderful if there was something similar to the video games as well. But alas, most of the like what happened in alpha and beta stage is completely lost. Although we had those giga leaks, which seem to indicate that some of the original beta or alpha level files are still there somewhere. So there's some hope that maybe there's gonna be some Giga Leak 2 and 3 and 4 where some hackers can find info about more old retro games. But it seems unlikely. It's quite a miracle that there was those like old versions of Yoshi's Island and Super Mario World or Link to the Past still existing somewhere in file form. But yeah, it seems very unlikely, and you know it's illegal as well to steal stuff. But it wouldn't be that unethical if they would be releasing, the companies would be releasing that behind the scenes stuff themselves, you know. What is this? Fireteam Rogue? I don't know. Never heard of this. I don't know. Seems to be some kind of a platformer game. Oh no, Bubsy. seems to be kind of nice animation at least. And you know, these old games always had some funny idle animation. It's always nice to like let off the controller and just wait and see what the characters are doing when no one is playing. Pointer per spasm virtual reality. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, PUBG. The games were so bad actually that PUBG has become kind of like camp joke, which is kind of good for the company, because you know, if you are just like forgettable, so average that everyone forgets you, then that's the worst kind of bad. But if you're so bad that everyone start talking about your product, then it's actually good. You become a meme or camp joke. So I think PUBG has kind of like succeeded in becoming like a joke. So yeah. So while there are other mascots that are now completely forgotten because they were just average, PUBG still is somewhat remembered these days. Lady in Waiting. Thank luck. Okay. Yeah, and you have to give credit, you know, all the like different characters and animation here, especially. It's like this old Looney Tunes style. So you have to give credit where credit is due. Even if the gameplay is probably not as good as in Mario, it's, you know, still like redeeming qualities in each game. Sometimes it's just small aspects like graphics or some effect, or maybe one title music track. You just have to have one thing that people will remember, and that will usually and often is enough for make the game memorable or the character memorable. But if it's completely forgettable, then you are lost. What the hell is this? Go Speed Racer Go. This looks very advanced graphics. It's like a total of 3D backgrounds as well. Huh. Speed Racer for Sega Genesis. Interesting. Oh, wait a second. Speed Racers. This is the old, TV show. But that's not the same as the where you had that wacky racers. By Hanna-Barbera. I think this was like an anime show. Super Chase HQ Supernova. Silverhawk. Yeah, the CGI on this, or I don't think it's just hand drawn art style. They were so cool back in the days, and they usually made a like 2D game look like hyper realistic gaming experience, and then the ads would say like photorealistic graphics, state of the art style or something like that, while the game would be just a average 2D or pseudo 3D game or something like that. Mortal Kombat 2. It's back and better than ever. The one game that took Street Fighter from its unchallenged reign of fighting games. This time around, there's more of what made it great and a few new surprises. Play 7 new characters on brand new multi-scrolling backgrounds. The sounds have also been pumped up with DCS, digital sound compression. Doesn't stop here. There's more blood, more moves, more fatalities, and 5 times the secrets as before. Fatalities are moves were performed on a prototype and are subject to change. Okay. But yeah, this is arcade they're talking about, not the home console versions. Oh, wait a second, Street Fighter 2 versus Mortal Kombat. Fatalities. BBB. Yeah, that's cool. I think once you have seen all the fatalities, then what else there is? Just gonna see them again. But shouldn't you just get bored of seeing the same things multiple times? I don't know. So there must be something else than just fatalities to make a game good. Although this is a Street Fighter 2 fan talking. Maybe if I had grown up with Mortal Kombat, I would be saying the same thing about Street Fighter 2. Yeah, you have those moves, but once you've seen one once, there's nothing to it. Sub-Zero, Johnny Cage, Shang Tsung, Reptile, Liu Kang, Gang Lao. Yeah, I think one of the things is that I think Street Fighter 2 had better names. It's more easier to remember names like Ken or Guile or Blanca or Dalsim than Sang Chung and Kung Lao and Liu Kang. It's too Chinese for my taste. Just some random Chinese names. And they all look quite the same as well. While in Street Fighter 2 you have quite a lot of variety in the characters. Like you have sumo wrestler E Honda, then you have like a huge guy like Sagat, and then Vega is totally different compared to Dalsim, Blanca. So I think Street Fighter 2 had more variety in terms of the outlook or the sprite design compared to Mortal Kombat, and I look, yeah, the looks they were so similar in my mind compared to Street Fighter 2. All the same size as well. Well, you have a big difference. If you fight Sagat versus like Chun-Li, it's gonna be quite a difference in height. Yeah, I said outlook. I meant appearance. It's actually literal translation from Finnish. Outlook means ulkonäkö, which means appearance or looks. Yeah. Turtles Tournament Fighters. Super NES. Yeah, I think this was one of the like last Turtles games. Then they kinda stopped producing new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles stuff for like more than 10 years. I don't know. I think there were those movies as well. I don't know. There's probably some sequels that were made in mid 90s, but I think by 1994 the hype of Turtles was already about to die down. Oh, Mega Man X. Well, I'm gonna skip this because I haven't played this and I'm gonna get spoiled. Yeah, well, I can come back when I have played the game. Although I don't know if I'm gonna stream it. We have here Young Merlin. Plenty of puzzles. Ending is kind of short, confusing. Adventure. Okay, I don't know. Is this like a Zelda type of game? Like a Secrets of Mana types of graphics. Maybe this is like a it's not RPG, or is it like a puzzle game? You collect things and then you need the puzzle. It's like DC type of game. If you can only hold one item or two items, then you can have to solve puzzles. Okay, this looks well, it looks kid friendly though. Might be like for younger players, especially if the name says Young Merlin. It's like indication that okay, it's for young players. Yeah, I like the art style. It's just that like kids book, picture book style. I wonder how they made this this map. Did they actually had to stitch all the pictures together? I think yeah, they already got like they could capture the image straight into the PC and then like use Photoshop. Maybe they had some other tools that could do the stitching for them. They didn't have to do it manually, because you can see like in the early 90s when the magazines would try to do those like level maps. You can even see that they're not perfectly aligned. Sometimes if they're just pictures taken with a camera, the lighting and like the frame rate, just how the CRT is like blinking, it's just in a different phase, so it would never be seamless stitching, but this looks very seamless. So I wonder if they either had some automatic tool or could they actually like get this from the game developer that would give them like a ROM data. I don't know. I don't think it was possible to like get the game run on PC in 1993. So this could be just like manually screenshotting every possible screen and then stitching it together. But then you would sometimes end up like places where you couldn't feel anything because the screen wouldn't show some part of the map. So they would need to like fill that area with something. But yeah, this looks too seamless to be like taken from the game, and there's no like menu or anything. Well, you can see that there's hearts there, so yeah, they couldn't remove all the on-screen stuff. And I also wonder if some of these like letters or numbers are actually covering the sprite. Just gonna try to detect if there were any like errors here in the stitching. No, I don't see any like incorrectly aligned sections here. Huh. Weird. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to stop here soon. Well, let's just check a couple of more pages. There's still like so many pages to go. Yeah, we're 100, so there's gonna be at least a couple of more parts before I finish this issue. But I don't mind. I don't mind. I could just browse this very quickly through, but I just wanna like really check each page, not read all the text, but like see what's going on, and I'm trying to comment as well. It's been interesting to see all these games, and you know, there's so many games I've never heard of, so it's always fascinating. And especially if there's like some cancelled games as well. You don't see those in like YouTube videos because there's nothing to show apart from some pre-alpha design screenshots. Okay, is this a shooter game? Lighting gun game? Yeah, it definitely is. Was it the like Punisher? The Sega light gun. Oh, it's a Super Scope game. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how many Super Scopes games there are in total. I think the number is quite low. But since this is by LJN, it's probably not worth of even checking. Keep the D1000 away from John Connor, and then this famous split head. Okay, well, these look very like low quality, these pictures, compared to this one, so I think these were just taken from the screen by using camera. So I guess by 1993 they could both capture from the signal on PC, but also use a regular camera to watch the TV. I don't know. Oh, Dennis the Menace. Hey, Mr. Wilson! I think this is not a very good game. I remembered. Is that Saddam? No, it's just Mr. Wilson. When I get my hands on that kid, look out! I like that badly cropped image. This looks so weird. And why is like Walter Matthew's head almost the size of the rest of his body? Bubble head. Walter Matthew. Perverse Walter Matthew roams around the bathroom. Oh, sexy. How do you mean perverse? pervert. Just because he's wearing a bathrobe in his own house doesn't make a person a pervert. But yeah. Fans will be amused at the Mode 7 effects of the beating bosses. Yeah, they just stole the idea from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Cute animations. Bubblegum. Yeah, I don't think it's worth playing this game nowadays. It's average. It's probably not something you should play unless you are like a crazy person like Mike Matei, who plays everything no matter how bad the game is. But I don't have any obsession of playing bad games. There's so many quality good games I haven't played. It's enough to keep me busy for the rest of my life. I don't need to waste my time with playing average or below average games. Okay, I think I will stop here with Alfred Chicken. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.